Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. So a little bit more unusual of a day, or maybe unusual of a week. I don't know how you want to describe it. We're never lacking for interesting developments. Monday looked like the long-awaited correction was finally at hand, and now 3 days later, it's like everything is coming up green in the stock market. Tech is breaking out. Q's almost at a new 52-week high. So it's really amazing how much can change in just a matter of a few days. And what is difficult is some of these moves have been pretty sizable, right? And if you try to overanalyze it or maybe anticipate a breakdown coming, you really can get shook out of trades pretty easily, right? I mean, it happens. It happens to everybody, even like the people that have been trading for years. Is that you kind of overanalyze it and you try to anticipate a breakdown and you get worried, and you get nervous, and you clear out of the trade, even though there's really no justification for doing that, right? So that's why, or one of the main reasons why I love options is because I really know at any given point what my risk is, right? So, yes, things may look a little dicey in the market. Stocks look like they might be threatening to break down, right? Like this is on hypothetically, like on Friday, and again on Monday, things like they're about to break down. But with options, I know what I'm risking. Like I know what the price I paid for those contracts, and I know what my maximum risk is. So at the end of the day, I can let these things just develop, right? I can be patient with it because I know that exactly what I'm risking, right? So if there is a big gap down, yes, it's not going to be pleasant because the options will probably take a hit. But at the end of the day, I also know that if I pay $2 for options, the most I'm losing is $2 versus if the stock dropped 10 points, then if you're long the shares, you lose 10 points, right? So anyway, long story short, what I really want to highlight is why I love sticking with positions and just rolling higher, right? So Square was a bullish trade idea when the stock got here. So when the stock broke above this really key area of resistance, this long-term area of resistance it was basing, right? So like that's when it really popped on my radar as an opportunity for a bull swing because it had cleared basically year and a half resistance and it looked like it had a path to the 2018 high, right? So what's happened is basically exactly what we wanted. The stock has really acted fantastic, just ripped, retested the all-time high, and then after it retested the all-time high, it actually built a quick week and a half base above the previous all-time high, right around 100. So not only did it retest the all-time high quickly, but then it built a really nice looking base above that previous all-time high. So really just fantastic action overall, right? And what you'll notice is how well it's been holding the 8 EMA on the way higher. So it's moving great. It's consistently moving, and the levels that it's holding are consistently strong and above previous resistance, right? And you got this great underlying action from the 8 EMA that's kind of driving it higher. So what I like to do is I like to roll. So as it moves in my favor and as it starts hitting the price targets, right? So like the first target was a retest of the high, right? And then the next target was a 10% extension. So when a retest of the high, like 100 to 101, right? Then the second was a 10% extension above that. So it's like 110 to 111 area, right? And you just stick with the idea because the narrative hasn't changed. Yes, the stock is really starting to rally, right? But overall, it's doing exactly what it needs to, and there's really no change to the narrative. Yes, it's rallying, it's breaking out, it's extending higher, but it's still well above its 8 EMA, right? It's picking up momentum and volume. So that's why, I think it's smart to keep taking money off the table, but at the same time, you want to stick with it because it's acting perfect. It's doing everything you want it to do. It's holding where it needs to. You got moving average support, you got good option action. And today, a bullish analyst note came out. So you got the fundamentals, you got the technicals, you got the options. Everything is lining up. So you stick with it, and you keep rolling, right? So when it hits the target, you take off money and you roll up, right? And again, when I roll up, I'm looking for contracts that are equal to or less than the original net debit. So if I originally paid $2 for calls or call spreads, then when I roll up, I'm looking for options that are $2 or less. All right, so equal to or less than the original net debit, right? That's my rule of thumb. So when I roll, equal to or less than the original net debit. All right, but what I really just want to drive home is that, I know volatility can make things challenging. But one of the main things and one of like the really great things about options is that you always know what your risk is, so you can be patient. You don't have to try to overanalyze and anticipate. Um, you can let the trade do what it wants to do. You can let it develop, and if it doesn't give you a reason to exit, then you options afford you the ability to not have to exit. Right? You know what your risk is, so you just try to stick with it. And as it moves in your favor, you're taking money off and you're rolling out. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on option rolling, which is super, super important, or option swing trade ideas, please follow up the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night. If you are trading tomorrow, or if you won't trading tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful July 4th holiday weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy. And if you are trading, then I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Take care.